So it's time to go over legal mindset. All right. I just want you to know right off the bat the only reason legal mindset is going to win this feud is because people do not like Hasan Piker. All right. That's literally the only reason. I could tell you this because if you go to his little response right off the bat, he gets the first thing wrong, which is very, very sad as a lawyer. Hold on. Give me a second. I need to turn this off. I'm sorry, I'm watching somebody dissect legal mindsets claims, and it's just so funny because it's coming from like a 25-year-old from freaking England or whatever, right? Some Twitch poll guy. I like him. He's a nice guy, but right off the bat, legal mindset goes by a pseudonym, right? So you can't really get Hasan for defamation if you go by a pseudonym, right? You can't verify the credentials, so to speak, right? I would think as a Weasley lawyer that let Nick Rekieta get away with so much for so long, even laughing at the fact that Rekieta was making defamatory claims about Monograph live on air, you would have known this by now, Andrew. But I guess they don't make lawyers like they used to, right? So again, right off the bat, you listen to the first thing this guy says, and then you can tell, whoa, buddy. Yeah, this guy is only going to win this feud because people hate Hasan. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are just using Hasan Piker's name as a way to just elevate themselves because of this little weird feud between Ethan and Hasan that's been going on for like months now. And I feel like maybe that's why every drama person is latching onto this, which by the way, legal mindset is not above. Like in his response as well, he tries to be disingenuous and say that he's not drama filled, that he doesn't like to bring politics into this, yet he's going ahead and he's saying woke this, woke that, just literally a year ago. What does that imply, Andrew? It implies that you don't like the left. Oh, damn, Andrew, that's 2 for 2. What's going on, bro? All this disproved by some schmuck from Chicago and a freaking guy, a Brit. How? How are you losing? How is this so bad? Is your lazy eye taking you down a peg? I don't know. Maybe all that time with Nick Rekieta messed you up a little bit. Well, thank God you have the power of Lolicon and freaking Passport Bros on your side, which is another thing you got wrong because you're trying to say that Passport Bros are is synonymous with like something sexual, which that's not the case at all. That would be a sex tourist or something of that sort. So again, you're either purposely disingenuously getting all this shit wrong for your own benefit because you know everybody's gonna latch on to whatever bullshit you say because they already hate Hasan, and Ethan Klein is propping you up. What is it? What is it? Legal mindset. I mean, we already let you get away with the fact that once again you let Nick Rekieta get away with defamatory claims right there, just right in front of you while you just kind of snickered like a cuck in the background. Again, it's like, what's going on? And I don't personally hate you or anything, but I just the whole disingenuous nature of this and the fact that you're gonna get it easy just because Ethan Klein wants to prop you up and because everybody hates Hasan, it's kind of weird. It's like I feel like the MAGA crowd does right now. Pam Bundy said the Epstein Klein list doesn't exist. President Trump saved us. I'm like, I'm not gonna turn on Trump, but it is kind of freaking sus, right? It's a little irritating. It's a little frustrating, right? I mean, even Daddy Jim has his, little fucking whatever the fuck he wears, his little diapers in a tizzy right now as well. But it is what it is, Andrew. Let's go look at how this even kicked off in the first place. I believe it started with legal mindset, Mr. Truth, Justice, and Integrity over here, who let Nick Rekieta make defamatory claims about an innocent man multiple times and laughed at it. Went ahead and he commented on Hasan Piker and Ethan Klein's feud, whereas Hasan Piker pulled out a gun, a Glocky, if you will, I believe. For some reason. Now, apparently the claims have been kind of misconstrued, mostly because everybody hates Hasan Piker and shit. But there was allegedly by Ethan Klein started saying that Hasan threatened and doxed some individual, which is, again, it's just the e-celeb using doxing as a term to attack someone else or to be a victim. Again, you see it all the time. It's been done. If we're gonna claim this, we should feel bad for Nick Rekieta for Kiwi Farms posting his name, Nicholas Robert Rekieta. Oh, boo-hoo, docs, LOL, XD, double-decker kecker, which I know not a lot of people are gonna do, okay? So, again, this whole doxing thing, it's bullshittery. As long as Kiwi Farms still exists on a platform on the internet, doxing is a social construct. Doxing doesn't really fucking exist. Doxing is literally okay because Kiwi Farms exists. It's as simple as fucking that. All right? If you want to keep using this doxing defense, I don't know. I don't yeet libs of TikTok. Yeet Kiwi Farms. Oh, you can't do that? Oh, well, sucks to suck. Anyway, now that we got the pretentious bullshit nature out of the way from Ethan Klein, which is one of the reasons I hated this guy still, and I was like, Augie RFC, Nicholas the Oreo, why the fuck are you latching onto this guy's ball sack just because you hate Hasan Piker? It's not a good look, bro. It shows you're desperate. Holy fuck. And then Chud Logic kind of got pissed just because he wasn't the one to attack fucking Hasan, right? He wasn't him. But whatever, that's a different can of worms. Anyway, Legal Mindset comes in here. Apparently, he gets involved because he gives his take, and then H3 promotes him, and thereby it makes Hasan, gives Hasan attention, and makes it so that Hasan Piker replies on 4th of July, no less. So Hasan takes shots at Legal Mindset and implies he will never acknowledge his content. And I quote in Arab voice, if I were, wait, actually, you know what's so weird? Fucking, I feel like Hasan is like the most whitewashed Arab guy or whatever. Like, you could easily pass off for like some other type of fucking race or ethnicity, which is really weird. But he's like so completely whitewashed, bro. Anyway, I were to cover every Rumble lawyer, fake lawyer, right-wing freak, I would have no time. Some psychotic MAGA lawyer passport, bro. It's never gonna happen. Like, that's the thing. Literally, Legal Mindset is an alt channel where he calls himself a passport, bro, okay? And I know this is gonna be like, oh, you're defending the brown guy. It's like, no, bro, I'm defending the truth. Because a lot of you guys take your head out of your asses just because you feel some type of way about the brown guy over there. And then you think that fucking Legal Mindset is cool because he likes Lolly and he supports Lolly and like whatever, bro. It's just like, that's not going to take away the fact that, you know, he supported Rekieta when he was making defamatory claims about Montegraph live on air for no fucking reason. And don't even get me started on the legal bite shit. Yes, we all know, Andrew. We all know you're a fucking weasel too. We all know we're moving on from it and pretend we're not acknowledging it anymore and holding it against you because you were a good weapon against Rekieta, and also because we want to spite Rekieta. We all know it. I mean, it's not fucking difficult. Listen, if they're not gonna say it, I'll fucking say it, okay? I'm not pussy or cuck whip like most of these people, alright? I'm gonna tell you like it is, and you're not gonna be able to dispute that because we have the fucking footage of you doing it, okay? Jesus. Thank you for the positive comment you left like 2 months ago. Very cool. It's too bad I'm not a network buddy. Otherwise, you know, would have been different. Anyway, yeah, so MAGA lawyer, I mean, what? You're gonna say that Legal Mindset isn't right-winging? Not pro-MAGA? I mean, dude. Anybody that talks about the woke being woke and blah, 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 and woke and blah, 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 woke bad is definitely MAGA affiliated. And, I mean, if you doubt it, just ask Legal Mindset. And if he feels like being, you know, not talking in circles and actually giving you a yes or no answer, he'll tell you whether he's MAGA or not, which I'm leaning towards. I'll give you $95 to say he is. He probably is if you find out. Not hard to figure out. So we already covered the passport bro thing, the MAGA lawyer, the fact that fucking Legal Mindset uses a pseudonym, so by technicality it is not defamation. What the fuck, Andrew? How the fuck do you get this wrong? I thought you were a lawyer. A little psychotic, maybe. Some people would believe that he is for defending Lolly and doing all this fucking whatever fucking bullshit he does. He goes to, what, Thailand or some shit? Like, they would, I mean, that's like a subjective statement on that, but I don't think that would be defamation worthy. And yeah, so he's kind of like just ducking the content by pointing out like all the weird or like the stuff that he doesn't like. I mean, that's not really a good reason to duck the content, but then again, it's your typical fucking e-celeb reason, right? The point is, Legal Mindset goes on this little victim tangent immediately while trying to come off as a badass, but he really is just like doing the victim complex where, by the way, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about right off the bat, or he's purposely being disingenuous. So either way, Legal Mindset looks like a fucking bitch. He is a bitch that's only going to win because everybody hates Hasan Piker. Let's see what the amazing people have to say. Oh, look, it's fucking Chibi Reviews. Another guy that cried docs and pretended like him posting his publicly identifiable information and people finding it was a big deal. Wow, what a fucking... Oh, amazing. I'm not even going to touch on the Lolly issue because then we're going to have a bunch of people saying, what's wrong with Lolly? That's like a can of worms you guys have to deal with on a regular basis. Listen, guys, I'm praying for you. You guys are brave and brave and honest souls. And I'll pray for you just like I prayed for the left when they were an endangered species, just like you guys are making yourselves out to be. So anyway, this just proves how much it bothers him, pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's not hard to see that the most trivial of things are going to get under Hasan Piker's skin despite him having a huge amount of power and sway on the internet. I'll never understand, but then again I do, because when people ego trip like that, I mean, again, that's how you get monsters like Nick Rekieta. It just depends on who's willing to back you up at the time, just like a bunch of the Kiwi farmers were willing to disregard all the evil shit of Rekieta up until now when it's beneficial to weaponize it against him. So again, you flip the script whenever the fuck you get tired of your new toy or whatever your toy uses up its value. Do I think it's gonna inevitably happen to Hasan? Maybe, but knowing how psychotic the left can be, I'd say that they're more likely to just let him get off with it, let him get off with the hook, so to speak. Is there any moment where Hasan isn't talking down to his chat, his own fans asking reasonable questions, and he actually supports Jatsyism? Now, do you know? No, there's not going to be a moment where a fucking streamer doesn't talk down to his chat. Do you want to know why? Because some of the chatters actually like it, for one. Some of the chatters are just going to take it, right? They have no fucking spine of their own. And if you continue to enable, as long as Hasan is going to continue to produce fucking numbers, he's not going to give a shit. It is the cycle of life that continues. This person, Hasan, I'm never going to acknowledge a lawyer that knows the law because he doesn't go against my finally correct. That's probably true. The only problem is that fucking Legal Mindset doesn't really know the law that well if he's literally getting the first thing wrong in his reply video. He is a fucking idiot. Okay? And again, that's easy to tell because he was friends with Nick fucking Rekieta. Birds of a feather. Remember when we all thought fucking Nick Rekieta was a credible fucking lawyer despite the signs all being there that, you know, he wasn't? So again, it's like, look, I'm sure Andrew has his times where he shines, unlike Nick, right? I'm sure it's more often than not, right? But just for the purposes of this feud, if you even want to call it that, between, like, you know, him putting his little victim complex about Hasan's words or whatever, yeah, he's kind of stupid, because right off the bat, it's not defamation, you stupid fool, if you're using a fucking pseudonym. Pseudonym. Is it a pseudonym? Hold on, let me check my notes, and they say I never make notes. Pseudonym, that's right. You're using a pseudonym, there's a technicality, that's not defamation, can't verify the credentials. Then you do the stupid shit where you're like, I don't like talking politics, which is an outright fucking lie, unless you want to go technicality on that. But I can't imagine what somebody that goes woke bad would have to say. Oh, I like to keep politics out. Really? Is that why you're bitching about the woke 24/7 or close to that? Maybe. I don't know. Why is Hasan crashing out so heavily recently? As well as Mike from PA. Well, they always crash out. Also, the pressure's probably getting to him. So if you guys really want to keep going at him, go for it. I think there's it's a lot to gain from people that want to pretend to be better than Hasan, right? Like with the Rekieta thing. The Rekieta thing is kind of dying out, and a lot of people are noticing that, so they might as well latch on to the next person that's like equally hated by the world in order to try to elevate themselves, and that's generally what you're going to see people do. That's exactly what's going on with Hasan. There's a lot of clout to be gained from like acting morally superior to Hasan Piker, or just ranting about him and letting people know, oh, grr, I hate this man, grr, he evil, and then, you know, you prop yourself up in the process. So that's literally the chemistry to this whole thing. That's what you gotta do, bro, okay? That's what you gotta do. You can say whatever he wants. The dude should start listening. Always try to plaster and defame someone you don't like with literal lies. I love how, like, the fucking weebs always, like, and this is the thing that always got me. It's not even that they're into lolly or Shotokan. It's just that they're so fucking highly emotional and stupid. And I mean highly emotional in the victim way. If you're highly emotional in the aggro way and you can actually channel that for good, I'm all for it. But if you're highly emotional in the victim complex bullshitter, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm still gonna open my mouth way, like this one or Chibi Reviews or something, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, again, jack off to all the Wally and the Shota you want. I don't give a shit. What the fuck am I gonna do? I mean, it's not like fucking, it's not like, listen, bro, if fucking the Epstein list is not the Trump administration's full first priority, and then they've just mysteriously lost it, why the fuck should I care if you fap it to Lolly and Shota at this point? Why should anybody? I mean, the world has already been dictated that they don't care about pedophilia at this point. So why the fuck should I care? I always knew you motherfuckers were fakers when you said you gave a fuck about Wally and Shota. No, I knew you guys were fucking capping. That goes for all the Kiwi farms too, boy, because you love harping on that unless it's Joshua Connor Moon, right? Then it's all of a sudden, oh, we don't talk about Josh's skeletons. Whatever. We go smart. Go after a lawyer now, Hasan. I guess we know where Denham's gets. And let me see. Look at, dude, I just want to point out the NPCs also. Like, I saw a picture of J-Stock recently, and he looked, like, disgusting. And this guy likes to portray himself as some, like, sexy motherfucker that can get pussy online. It's like, a lot of you people that like to portray yourself as that or think you're bigger than you are, they look like freaks, like complete freaks like this. So it's like, bro, like, what the fuck, bro? Stick to this picture of Fry, okay? Stick to this. This looks better. Hasan is a bigger pussy than Ludwig. Most E-celebs are pussy, so yes. See what this is. Legal analysis on social media tends to have to be correct in their content. They have to be result-oriented and not feeling-oriented to maintain the audience. That's not true. We have Nick Rekieta, who was a fucking special case that got away with this for 9 years, and nobody said this about him, and he pretty much got away with it. Good. Legal mindset doesn't need this C word. It's negative publicity on it. Oh, yes, he does, because he needs to be the victim of such and let you know in order to get positive clout. Duh. You should be banned over 2 weeks like Tecton just for this, not even for the other stuff, according to Twitch, by the way, and OG. So that's honestly probably the crux of the whole argument or the whole thing as a whole. Yeah, Twitch has it's unfair. It's Twitch having favorites, obviously, which that's how the world is run, monkeys. Here's the reality of the situation. Nobody's gonna boycott Twitch, just like nobody's gonna boycott YouTube. You guys are all fucking slaves to this social media network, whether it's because of your attention span, whether it's because you rely on it, but you can bitch and cry all you want. Nothing's ever going to fucking change. You can bitch about Twitch, you can bitch about just about anything, YouTube, but at the end of the day, you come back to it and you're relying on it, Mr. VTuber crowd, because where the fuck are you gonna go? Huh? Where are you gonna go? You're gonna go to Twitch. It's like people that would always bitch about WWE, but inevitably know that the bigger paycheck is there. Like, WWE is so unfair, but then they immediately go fucking back, and then they just get a nice little paycheck and they take it. That's literally all you VTubers. That's all you content creators. You don't have a backbone to actually go ahead and boycott what you bitch about, which is the logical thing to do. But here's the double-decker kecker in this whole thing. The reason is because despite you guys making a lot of noise, you're a minority of people that overall, you know the majority is going to be like, fuck these people, let them bitch, we want to make money, we want to be superstars, so we're just going to overlook every shady thing this company does in order to propel ourselves to the top. Ding, ding, ding. That's life for you, brothers. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just speak them, okay? So anyway, I think you get the point here. And then here has H3 Ethan Klein, victim supreme from the Merchant Guild, straight from the Merchant Guild, says the person Hasan pull his handguns on and docked if he doesn't apologize. He has no soul. All right, so then this person said, apparently that's it, or whatever. And then Legal Man says, Hasan needs to take a deep look at California law. Okay, that's great. I mean, when something legal happens to Hasan Piker, then you'll get me to give a shit. Other than that, this is just words coming from a guy who let Nick Rekieta run defamatory claims about Monograph right in front of him while he snickered like a fucking cuck in the background. Anyway, I know probably gonna upset some people. Refute the claims if you can. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to. Make sure you take a deep breath before you do. Otherwise, it's gonna be wah, 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 bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And if you're a farmer, you're probably gonna have some stupid, cynical take like, well, I am super intellectual and psychological. This is a spurging a spurg shit on the internet. So, aka, don't talk about anything. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You're not allowed to talk. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I do, because of one, I've amassed 20,000 followers, which is better than anything a common NPC or a Kiwi farmer can ever fucking do. Unless they're like, Tom and, me. I was a farmer, technically. You get it. You get it. Bow down, NPCs. Son of a bitch. LOL, XD. I don't know, bro. I am out. Go ahead and leave your takes. I'm done. How do I end this? Hasan Piker, bad guys love me on the internet.